have two roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room, and she's still alive, and I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
I don't want to go without you.
Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care what you did. I'm sorry about what I did.
Just leave me alone. And
I'm not bothering you. You said you were gonna leave.
If you give me another chance, you won't be sorry. I promise.
Drop the knife!
I dropped it.
Get on the ground! Now! Do not move!
In January 2018, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office in Montana receives a harrowing call reporting that an intruder has shot 2 women. What follows provides a rare glimpse into the mind of a killer, one who documented not only his deteriorating relationship with his wife, but his own downward spiral towards murder.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so angry.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. At 9 a.m. on January 7, 2018, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office receives a distressing 911 call.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
I live at that's the next door neighbor. She just came over in barracks and says somebody shot her roommate. We need an ambulance.
Okay.
Though the call came into Gallatin, an officer from the Belgrade Police Department is dispatched to the scene. There he finds 32-year-old Audria Audie Butler waiting for him. She is the owner of the home and the one to make the devastating discovery inside only moments earlier before running to her neighbors for help.
Where are we at? What's going on?
I stayed at a friend's last night, and I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have 2 roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room, and she's still alive, and she needs help, but I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Okay, so you don't know if there's somebody else in the house?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Lauren looks like she's been in a while, but Ashley's asked me for help, and I ran to her.
Okay.
With no idea what could be lurking inside, the officer waits for backup to arrive.
One apparent dead, one still alive. She said I ran out as soon as I saw that. I have no idea if there's still anybody else in there or not. So that's what we got. She said this is open. I didn't see any footprints in the snow leading up here. So, you ready?
Yep. Belgrade Police!
Police Department!
Anybody inside, come out!
We're coming.
Belgrade Police, show me your hands! We got doors on the left and right.
Hey, I'm in here.
Hello?
Hey,
Police!
please don't shoot me.
Who shot you?
No, please don't shoot me.
I'm not gonna shoot you.
Please don't shoot me.
Lying in pools of blood on her bedroom floor is 32-year-old Ashley Van Hamert.
Ashley, what's going on? Who shot you?
Nobody.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Please come here.
Who did?
I am the police.
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
Can you see me?
No.
Can you see anything?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Please help me.
We're gonna help you, okay?
Please help me.
We've got the medical people coming. Where do you hurt?
I don't hurt anywhere.
You don't hurt anywhere?
No.
Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do.
Can you feel me touching your hand?
No, I don't feel you touching
You don't feel me touching your hand? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's clear that Ashley is in urgent need of life-saving care, and so the officers decide to carry her down to the ambulance.
I don't want to go to the hospital.
Well, honey, you gotta go.
You got to.
We're bleeding from somewhere. We gotta figure that out.
Who's the most senior paramedic? I'm not sure.
We have no idea. She just keeps looking this way. I don't see any obvious.
I'm not going to go.
You don't have a choice. We got to get you up to the hospital.
I'm not going.
While Ashley is being examined inside the home, officers have made a horrific discovery in the room across from hers.
I got another person up here. I just want to make sure through you don't touch anything else if we don't have to. Of course. All right, let's back up.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, sir.
It's determined that 35-year-old Lauren DeWise is beyond help. She has visible gunshot wounds to her head, shoulder, and torso. The events that led to such a violent end would be revealed in the most unlikely place, a series of self-recorded videos documenting a man unraveling and his rage culminating in an unthinkable act.
You have a wound in your shoulder.
I do?
Yes. Okay. Hit that NIPP again.
This one?
Why?
Well, I'm not sure. We're thinking of maybe a gunshot wound.
For real?
Yeah.
With Ashley in critical condition and on her way to the hospital, officers find Audie where she has been sheltering at her neighbor's house.
Is Ashley alive?
I don't know which one Ashley is.
Well, the one that would be.
The one on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. She's being
Is she
transported to
gonna
the
be
hospital.
okay?
I don't know what's all happening, okay? Okay.
Let me go grab my car and drive up here so you don't have to walk down the ice.
I'll be right there, guys. So I'll just hang tight with you, okay?
You can't unsee that.
I know. I am so sorry.
Oh, that guy's such a crazy bastard. I just ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
593-206. No, you did
He
the
would
right
have killed
thing.
me if I had been home last night.
Audie had spent the night at a friend's, and when she returned home this morning, she found the back door was broken and there were boot prints in the snow of her backyard. These boot prints would eventually play a critical role in unveiling the truth of what happened to Lauren and Ashley.
I can't live there ever again.
So who is he to you guys?
It's Lauren's ex-husband. Well,
Ex-husband?
current husband.
Current husband.
In process of.
And that's the gal on the left-hand bedroom? And what's his name?
Paul DeWise.
Okay, here, let's go out of here.
Is she dead?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, God.
Given Audie's assertion that 47-year-old Paul DeWise was the one to carry out the brutal attack on Ashley and his soon-to-be ex-wife Lauren, he's tracked down and detained as he heads home from church with his 3 children.
These things are killing me, man. I can't move my hand.
He's taken into the Belgrade Police Department for questioning, and his children, who will have their own story to tell, are placed with Child and Family Services. Though Paul was informed he was being detained, he's only been given a few details about what's going on.
The investigators have contacted me and asked me to bag your hands. What this means is I'm going to place these paper bags over your hands just to make sure that nothing interferes with your hands, okay? So I need you to take your jacket off.
I have to keep my hands on bags?
Yes, sir.
Just over a year earlier, in October 2017, Paul and Lauren DeWise had moved to Bozeman, Montana. Little did they know this decision would mark the beginning of the end of their relationship and Lauren's life. In one of his many self-recorded videos, Paul describes what sparked their move.
So my wife, she got a job at Rocky Mountain Bank in Plains, and, she's great, and they loved her, and they promoted her to bank manager in Bozeman, even though she had no prior banking experience and she'd only been a teller for a year. There was a couple people on the board that, hired her that were like, yeah, I don't think so. But they were overruled, and she's done an amazing job, and they love her. And she's going higher and higher, and it's unbelievable. She's in Leadership Bozeman here. And now she's the #1 bank manager for Rocky Mountain Bank in the whole state.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Doing really good for herself,
Yeah.
then, huh? That's awesome.
Doing awesome.
That's
So
cool.
we're having a lot of fun.
That's really
We're
cool.
very happy.
And from the outside, the DeWise family appeared perfectly normal and perfectly happy. Yet, as Paul's recordings would eventually reveal, this was all a facade. Under scrutiny, there were signs of something far darker lurking below the surface.
Hi, Paul.
Yep.
My name's Justin. I'm with the Belgrade Police Department.
Okay.
So you had your hands bagged up all this time.
Yeah, what's
So, basically, just that we can get things rolling here, what I'm going to do is ask for your permission. I just want to take a couple swabs of your hands to look for some gunshot residue. Okay?
Okay.
Is that something you'd be willing to sign off on?
Yeah.
Paul's hands are swabbed, and he's read his Miranda rights.
What do you do for work?
I've been stay-at-home dad for quite a while.
Man, it's the hardest job there is.
While Lauren worked full-time, Paul cared for their 4-year-old daughter, affectionately nicknamed Baby.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Where's the pickled peppers?
baby.
Your elbows are so sharp.
During the school year, Paul's two children from a previous marriage, 17-year-old Natalie and 15-year-old Joe, also lived with them in Montana.
And when you say your mom, your stepmom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just
We
need
think
to
of her
clarify.
as a mom.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie. Happy birthday to you.
Baby decorated with the candles. Thank you.
While Paul often captured wholesome and happy family moments, his recordings would take a troubling turn.
And we're going through transition right now, though, so.
Is that right?
Yeah. So.
What kind of transition?
We're separated.
Oh.
Yeah. And in fact, she was supposed to get a baby today. So it's been tough.
Investigators would dive into the details of Paul and Lauren's separation soon. But for now, they finally address why they've brought Paul in.
The reason that I wanted to talk to you is there was some issues that happened over at Lauren's house this morning, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you to see if you were over there at all, if kind of where you were this morning, that kind of thing.
What happened?
Well, someone broke into the back door of her place.
Is she alright?
Well, not really. She isn't.
What happened?
Well, the person that came in ended up shooting her. So.
She's dead?
Yeah. So.
Oh my God. This is news to me. I don't know anything about it.
Complete news, complete surprise.
They told me when they picked me up they're investigating a homicide. I did not think there's some weird stuff's been happening to me since I've been in Bozeman. So I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
Everyone's hungry.
I understand this is very difficult.
Yeah.
And if let's say
you think I did it, I didn't do it.
We gotta look at the big
I didn't say you did
I
it.
would never do anything.
I'm asking you to give us any information that you can about anything, whether it was you or not.
Paul explains that there's no way he can be involved, and he can prove it. He was home all day except for a single occasion.
Gosh, it was late. Actually, it did go out. I went and got a 6-pack of beer around midnight at Town Pump.
The detectives don't have to take Paul's word for it. His children, Joe and Natalie, both tell investigators a similar story.
So they went on a beer run about midnight. What time did they get back?
It didn't take him long. It was probably like 15-20 minutes.
Surveillance footage from the Town Pump convenience store shows Paul entering the store to buy beer at 12:34. With his alibi established, Paul launches into a timeline of his deteriorating relationship with Lauren. What he may not realize is that he's also unknowingly narrating his own descent down a dark path.
Now it started in July. She's going through a midlife crisis, and she's staying gone. She's coming home late and drunk.
It was around this time, about 6 months earlier, that Paul began recording his conversations with Lauren.
You're constantly going out with other people. You're staying over late. You won't come home when you say you will. You avoid me every second you can. You stay away from me every second you can. You don't come around me at all unless you have to.
It's just whenever she's home, everything's very tense and uncomfortable because I feel like I don't know her anymore. It's just all of a sudden, as soon as we moved to Bozeman, she just completely changed.
During that time, Lauren began coming home late and being kind of mean to us and not really wanting to hang out with baby. Tell me about that. She was she's just real snappy about stuff whenever she did talk to us.
Yeah.
And she never really wanted to hang out anymore.
I don't know anything goes on in my house, right?
Well, you can say you've never seen me brush your teeth before.
Right, if I say that, I must not be paying attention.
Guess not, because I brush
That's
your
right.
teeth all the time.
Right.
Right?
Does she brush your teeth all the time, baby? No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
Does she brush her teeth all the time? No, she doesn't. You'll plan nothing with me, and you're all about making yourself extra pretty in the morning, putting extra perfume on, and going off looking gorgeous every day, and you don't have time to come home to me. And you don't think about food for me, and you say, oh, I brought you lunch. You brought me lunch. I asked you to bring me lunch. You've made supper 3 times since my kids came here August 15th. 3 times you've made it. The last time was tonight. There was 2 other times. That's it. You won't get groceries for us, shop for us. Everything you say, you won't do for us.
I've made a turkey. I've made spaghetti. I've made steak. I have made this.
Joe made spaghetti,
sausage.
and then when guests came over and we have enough noodles, you cook some noodles.
I just made spaghetti.
Doesn't count as supper.
Night. The other night, I just made spaghetti.
Right, but I'm not aware of that.
No,
because I just live here.
No idea.
No.
We ate.
Yeah,
at
I
the
just
table.
live here.
Natalie came home late because she was out late with her friend.
Brush your teeth every day, and baby says you don't because she knows who brushes her teeth.
Day.
You did say that. It's on video. Yeah. Okay, I'll take an hour. I'll take an hour. Great. I would love if you talked to me for an hour about my family. I would love if you talked to me an hour about me. I would love if you talked to me an hour about her. I would love if you would spend 1 hour of your life in a 24-hour period talking to me about anything, but you won't do it. You will have nothing to do with me. But I was like, well, she's going through a phase, it's probably nothing. I'm just, paranoid or whatever. And I really didn't get too concerned until we weren't getting along after I hurt my knee.
Okay.
This knee injury occurred during a shocking altercation over the summer. Paul explains that he'd taken his and Lauren's daughter out for a walk along a nature trail. She'd stopped at a fence where 2 dogs were barking.
Me and David were walking, and some drunk lady got tired of her dogs barking at us, and she turned them on us, and then a guy came out and attacked me, and a bunch of his family members came out, and it was just really, it was intense, and he tackled me, hurt my knee.
Paul's habit of recording meant that he captured some of this altercation on video. His footage picks up after he was tackled.
We just got attacked by these people's dogs. This is my baby. Baby, did you think that dog was gonna get you? I did too. And then this man attacked me behind the dog after this woman. Baby, I'm sorry. I withdrew my knife to defend myself against this man who took me down with a single leg takedown. As the last resort, when my back was on the floor, I struck up with the knife. I struck the man. They pulled the dog away. Now the dog's gone. You okay, baby? I'm so sorry. These people, they turned their dog out of the fenced yard. It's now closed once again. But the woman came down, turned their dog out of that yard onto my daughter and myself. They threatened us when we tried to walk by. They threatened us and said, obviously the dogs don't like you, what are you doing here? But we're walking on the nature trail with my daughter. The dogs were not on the nature trail, they were in their yard.
You need to put
Right.
a knife away.
It's all going to come out, isn't it?
You have a weapon.
And your dogs need to be put down, and you need to be run the f- out of town.
You came up and kicked me, sir.
I did, because you were aggressive towards me. Following your dog, just trying to get my daughter.
What's going on out here?
Right, how could I possibly kick you if you didn't rush me?
You know what?
You know exactly what you did.
You just stabbed me, sir.
Yeah, I did. Let's get out of here. Are you some kind of doper? Are you crazy or what?
Hey, the cops are coming for you. You're crazy.
Wow.
Put the knife away.
You guys are going to be out of here. I'm so glad you've been uncovered for what you are. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm very serious.
You come into my yard and
In your yard, I was on a trail right here.
I came out to see what was going on, and you stabbed me?
Yeah, right. Keep walking,
Are
baby.
you serious, man?
Keep walking. You're doing good, baby. Just keep running. It's okay.
Hey, don't run away from the situation here.
The dog's owners had in fact called the police, and it only takes a few moments for them to arrive.
Drop the knife! I dropped it. Get on the ground! Now! Do not move! It's okay, baby. Hands behind your back!
It's okay.
Hands behind your back. Do not move.
It's okay, baby.
Hey,
Do not
it's okay.
move. Do you
No,
understand?
it's okay.
Yes, sir, I understand. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
Stay back, okay?
I got it. I got it.
It's
Everyone
okay.
stay back.
Paul was handcuffed, giving everyone a moment to calm down. He was soon released, and both Paul and the dog's owner spoke to the police about the incident.
So our dogs were barking, and we stood there for about 5 minutes, and we just said, hey, our dogs are kind of barking. Would you mind moving on? And unfortunately, my dog squeezed through the fence, and then he just threw his knife.
And that's when that man ran, because I pulled a knife out on the dog, and he thought that I wouldn't use the knife on him to defend myself. And that was a judgment mistake that he made. I'm not thinking like I'm some bad that's gonna, attack somebody. I'm thinking I gotta save my baby.
Right.
The man Paul stabbed ended up needing 5 stitches in his arm. Following an investigation, police determined that since the incident occurred on a public trail and the dog's owners first approached Paul, they believe he acted in self-defense. The man was issued citations for assault and an animal at large. Yet in text messages exchanged between Lauren and Paul, Lauren shared her frustration with him over his choice to engage with the dog's owners, writing, "You chose to talk back to her and make the dog an issue." The couple had already been struggling, but Paul's actions and resulting injury only escalated the growing tension between them.
Right now, she's just punishing me, and I just have to because when I hurt my knee, I was really depressed. Yeah. And I was in a dark place, and she was really not that worried about it. She was she was mad at me for getting hurt. Mm-hmm. Because I've had 2 big injuries with 2 big surgeries in the last 6 years where she's had to take care of me.
Paul ended up tearing his ACL and had to get his meniscus replaced.
So when you go to the physical therapist and you go to the doctor and stuff, they tell you that you have to massage the area so that it'll get better. His thing was that he wanted her to do that for him, to help him.
And you won't rub my leg, and the doctor told you to do it. The doctor showed you how to do it, and you said you would do it, and you won't do it. And it's medically necessary, but you won't do it. The world that I live in, humans have 2 hands, and it's normal for them to do a job with both hands, but you only use 1 hand. And I guess that in that world, I realize that it's because you just don't give a f*** about me.
How many times do I have to tell you that I just want to go to sleep?
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you I just want you to rub my leg? All of a sudden I'm a bad guy because I want you to rub my leg so that I am not crippled. But don't worry, I won't ask you for tonight.
Oh my god, would you please lower your voice? You're so loud.
I'm sorry I'm so loud.
During that time, that's when he really needed my mom to be there to support him. And it's weird because that was the time when my mom was never around.
Paul's knee wasn't the only source of stress on the couple. Another came in the form of a second strange incident. Though he had been renting an Airbnb room out of the couple's home, this had recently come to a dramatic end following an altercation with a guest.
We had an incident, and Lauren was drunk. There was a guy at my house that was cutting safe deposit box keys because he had a book. It was like a treasure book that, this guy buried $1 million somewhere. Supposedly they were put in a chest somewhere, and he was convinced it was in a local bank. Okay. I don't remember what bank. And then she got out her bank keys, and she's showing him the keys. And I kept telling her, stop talking to this guy. She could lose her job. Mm-hmm. That guy got in my face and got aggressive with me. And he told the police that pointed a gun in his face, which I didn't do. But he told Airbnb that as well.
Both Paul and Lauren provided statements to Airbnb to try and explain their side of the story.
Dave got up off the couch to confront Paul about it, told him that he was being dumb and called him an idiot. And Paul went into the bedroom and then came back out with a weapon to defend himself and his family against this person that we don't know.
It's very upsetting. I keep having flashes in my head of his face just appearing here. Can you tell him what I did with the pistol when I came out?
He just had it right here on behind his back like this. He didn't point it in anyone's face. He just had it to defend himself in case Dave decided to come at him. He had it to protect our family.
I'm not an unstable person or, I don't know. You know, I wasn't at fault. This guy, he's not right. Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul felt that he was threatened by Dave.
Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul felt he was threatened by Dave. So.
Did you think I was threatened?
Yes, I did. He stood up and confronted you, took 2 steps forward.
Regardless of their attempt to explain the situation, their Airbnb was canceled. This incident did nothing to quell the growing strain in the DeWise home.
Really started getting worse after the kids got here in August. So I'd say by September, started getting bad. You go shopping for clothes, and I'm wearing rags. You get me? No. But look at what I buy. I bought the table, I bought the play set, I bought the scales, the popcorn maker, the microwave, I got the stand from, bought the pepper mill, I bought the spices, the mixer, the jars. I've bought almost everything. You look around, I have bought almost everything. Went to Big Sky to buy that table, and yet I wear rags, I need shoes for years. What do you buy me? Nothing. Because you don't give a about me. And I'm the bad guy. And that's the thing. That's why I want to record it, because it's crazy. It's insane. And the only way anybody would believe it is to see the video, because you are so good at conning everybody. You're so sweet and so kind to everybody except for me and your house where you're comfortable. And you treat me like, and you call me names, and you constantly aggravate me, and you attack me, and you degrade me. Okay, so go ahead. Tell me how evil I am now, because I accidentally turned off the camera.
Just leave me alone.
I'm not bothering you. You said you were going to leave.
Yet, despite the animosity between them, it was around this point that Paul sent Lauren a message reading, "I am obsessed with you and our marriage, and that fact that you don't care is killing me."
I really appreciate that you said to our daughter that I don't care about her and that I will consistently hurt her feelings. I really appreciate the fact that you involved our daughter in our discussion. She didn't need to hear any of that. There was no need for you to say any of that, and you are just being mean. You have no right to tell our daughter that I don't care about her.
I didn't tell her you didn't care about her.
Yes, you did.
No, I told her you didn't care about her feelings. Because you don't care about her feelings. You're a parent. You're supposed to give her a bath.
It's time to take a bath.
Right.
If I don't want a bath, can I skip it tonight? Sure,
Right.
you can.
Of course you
She
did.
doesn't need a
It's easy
bath
for
every
you.
night.
Right, yes, she does need a bath every night because she's a baby and she's in dirt and mud and sand every day and she can
Stop
get sick.
yelling.
And what you do to prevent... I'm not yelling. No, I'm not. And I'm recording this to prove I'm not yelling. And I'm cussing like I'm talking to you as a normal person to prove that I'm being normal with you because you're full of... I am trying to bathe my daughter because you refuse to care for her. It's disgusting and it's unhealthy and it can lead to disease. But you, only you, think that's not true. Right, leave you alone. Right, because I'm bothering you. I'm bothering you by telling you facts.
So as things were getting worse, was it ever a physical type of issue, or slamming doors, pushing?
Yeah, every once in a while she'd push me or throw something at me.
Once again, Paul's children agreed with him.
And then he was pushing my dad around, and he has his arm like this because his wrist still hurts him.
And the bottom of your feet are dirty, and you don't even wash the bottom of your goddamn feet. You don't wash yourself, and you go to bed filthy. Did you even take a bath today?
No.
Probably not.
This morning.
Of course you didn't. Why would
said
you?
this morning.
Because, yeah, you go to bed dirty,
Leave me
and that's
alone.
gross.
Would you
Normal people don't go to bed dirty.
leave me alone?
I'm leaving you alone. All I'm saying is it's gross that you go to bed dirty every night. It's disgusting. You just care about going to work clean, because the people that are most important in your life aren't your loved ones. They're the people you go to work for, which is why I think you're cheating on me. And if you're not cheating on me, you'll be cheating on me soon.
This accusation was a constant concern for Paul.
I
I know her husband accused her of cheating on him all the time. This has been going on, I guess, for years. This has been a thing.
Did she ever say she was cheating on him or not?
No. Well, I'm pretty sure she told me no, that she had never cheated on him.
While this may have been true, an incident in November confirmed Paul's worst fears.
Did you ever actually catch her with somebody else?
Yep.
Lauren had told Paul she was at a bar with some of her coworkers.
Like, she's being all nice to me, and it was weird because she had been very nice to me lately. I got suspicious, and I went and I waited there, and she came out.
How'd you know that she was in Chicago?
Her phone. We both shared our locations on her phone.
Paul didn't go alone. He brought his 15-year-old son. Joe explains that they watched Lauren get into her vehicle with another man.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go look. I'm like, all right. So he goes and looks, and she's making out with that dude. And then we're like, and then my dad pulls her off of him and tells the dude to get out of the car. And then my dad comes back and he's like, they were making out. I'm like,
Yeah, I opened the door and I was like, what are you doing? And I was talking to the guy. I was like, this is my wife. We have 3 kids. And then, like, I pulled her out of the truck and she could barely stand up. She was so drunk. And the guy came around and started attacking me. So I fought him off, and I had to fight him off over and over.
The other man eventually shared his recollection of events.
And I had walked her out to her car, and her husband jumped me, claiming that I had an affair with her, and that, which is absolutely not true. And then actually come to find out, Lauren had said that he was accusing her of having affairs with a handful of people.
Did you and Lauren ever do anything physically together?
No, we did not.
Did you guys ever kiss?
No.
Did you guys ever have...
No.
Despite this altercation, the man declined to press charges against Paul. Still, the incident led to an explosive fight in the DeWise home that night.
Did you guys continue to talk that out, argue?
Yeah, no, I didn't. But when we got in the house, Natalie was just freaking out about it.
That night, I just kind of had this horrible breakdown. I was like on my knees, and I never scream at my parents. Like, I never talk back to my parents. And, I'm yelling at her. I'm like, how could you do that?
Once again, Paul recorded this intense interaction.
Tell me to stop, Joe! Tell me to stop hitting you! How easy is that? He told me to stop. Did you stop kissing her? No! He wouldn't have been there! You would have kept going! You would have kept going! Like you have been!
Like I have been what?
Like you've been cheating!
No, I haven't been cheating.
If you have, Lord, how can you look at me and say that? And expect me to believe you?
Baby, I got it on the phone right now. I got it on the phone. I'm texting this mother. I'm texting her.
Anybody! I don't want to hear it! I don't believe you! No one believes you! Stop talking!
Paul had taken Lauren's phone and was messaging the man she'd been in her car with. Pretending to be Lauren, Paul wrote things like, I told him if he says anything, I will say he hit me. He had never hit me, but that's how I control him. And, I love my family. You took advantage of me because I was drunk. I feel guilty for wanting to and making him jealous and threatening him when he gets pissed at my bull. He's the best man I've ever known. Do you know he was airborne infantry? He was a wrestler and a boxer. He is a bat. I love that.
He wants to get the story straight. He doesn't want anybody to know how long it's been going on.
It hasn't been going on at all.
All right. How come he's not saying that?
Say that?
He kissed me tonight, and that's it.
Right.
I am sorry.
Premeditated
I
act.
was wrong.
You were aching to do.
I
and
was
you did it.
wrong. I was wrong.
You.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I did the bad thing.
Your daddy is rationally her over. I'm her so hard right now. You have no idea.
This recording would reveal much more, eventually coming back to haunt Paul. Following this incident, though, Lauren wrote Paul a letter saying, I do not deserve you. I am a very bad person. I ruin everything. You deserve someone way better than me.
That was a turning point because that was the first time I started actually going to see if she was where she was. That had never happened before.
However, those around Lauren, including the second man Paul caught her with, say that even before this incident occurred, Paul would frequently check Lauren's location and show up at her work or other events.
Basically, he stalked her. We'd be going to an event and be walking into a building or something, and she'd be like, "Oh, there's my husband. Oh, there's my husband." And so almost every single event that we went to, he would drive by.
In fact, Paul's paranoia was so great that he put trackers in Lauren's vehicle. In texts exchanged between Natalie and Joe, the two discuss a package that had arrived for their dad on December 20th, 2017. Inside, they found a GPS tracking device, which Joe had watched Paul install in Lauren's vehicle. This pattern of behavior would only escalate in the coming months, likely exacerbated by another incident.
It was the next day. I caught her in the car with one guy, and then I caught her right here in the parking lot with another guy.
Paul again brought his 15-year-old son with him, who recorded part of the confrontation.
Here she is, another man. So, no.
It's another good-looking man.
Paul also recorded a short video of Lauren that evening.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
This time, Paul's rage leaked out of the home and into the eye of the public, as Audie, Lauren's friend and roommate, told investigators.
We put a post on Secret Bozeman, like Ask Bozeman or whatever, the thing that has like 10,000 members.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean like 4 paragraphs, and this is a picture of my wife.
In the Facebook post, Paul wrote that he had caught Lauren with 2 different men, and that when he asked her to move out, she didn't shed a tear, and that she is the best liar he has ever known. Mid-November, Lauren asked to move into Audie's house, where Ashley was also renting a room, leaving Natalie, Joe, and baby with Paul. She had no idea the devastation that this choice would bring. While interviews are taking place, Ashley was flown to the University of Colorado Medical Center in Aurora, where it was reported that her condition was bleak. With Ashley's survival unclear, Audie discusses the night Lauren first moved in.
The next morning, she had like 37 messages from him. And some of them were like, "I'm banging on your door. Why don't you open this door?" I'm like, "This is my house, Lauren. Like, you have to get a restraining order. This is not safe. This is not okay." And she said, "Don't ever come, whatever. Don't ever come back here." And she was very against getting any sort of law enforcement involved because she's terrified.
How'd things go between November 16th and now?
It was up and down. It was like basically like at first I was angry and I was like glad she was gone, and then then as I thought about it, it was very upsetting, and I was like very upset, and I'd send her a lot of pathetic texts and stuff.
If Paul had been struggling prior to Lauren moving out, the separation sent him spiraling.
I'm driving and I'm crying. I don't want to go without you. I don't care what you did. And I'm sorry about what I did. Just please come home. And I love you.
And it just got worse. Like, she didn't care about us anymore. And my dad, he was hurt, and he didn't understand. And he got depressed, and it's like, they were married for 11 years. Their marriage was perfect. She's very lucky to have my dad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so angry. We have a family. We have a family. Please don't.
Paul also sent Lauren videos of the children.
How do you feel like about what happened?
I'm upset. I'm mad. I don't understand. It's overwhelming.
Like, it makes me mad and angry and sad.
What does?
Like Mommy does.
Oh.
Yeah, because she doesn't love us anymore. Like you, me, Joe, and Natalie.
I have a new perspective now. You can, make dinner late, or you can not want to talk to me, or you can make baby cry, or I don't know, all the little tiny stupid that I would be critical about. I'm sorry, I wasn't more understanding.
I think he texts her craziness every day.
Every day.
Yeah, I'm looking at myself as I talk to you. I don't look very attractive anymore. I don't blame you for not being attracted to me.
Good night, Lauren. I hope you sleep well. And maybe you can go with me tomorrow for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever you want. Good night.
Though Lauren had already stopped sharing her location with Paul, he still continued to try and find her. On December 2nd at 3:29 a.m., a location services event was recorded on Paul's phone where he conducted a GPS fix from Apple Maps with the description, Lauren DeWise. No GPS position was recorded during this event. Even without her exact location, Paul still found her. In one video, he recorded the moment he spotted Lauren's vehicle in the distance.
I mean, it's pretty bad when you're driving drunk on the highway. I mean, I'm assuming he's wasted. There it is. See, that's my truck. I don't know if you can see right there. It's the headlights. That's the cop. Well, hope you go to jail.
He's got pictures of the phone. It looks like he was stalking Lauren.
What do you call it, stalking?
Keeping an eye on Lauren, I guess. You know, over there in the middle of the night, taking pictures of cars in the driveway and license plates. And
Paul had taken photos of Audie's house, as well as Ashley's vehicle.
I feel like if my husband were to ever, decide to live in a friend's house, like, I don't know where he is, I'd be worried, so I don't really see anything wrong with.
Paul's stalking also extended beyond Lauren. There were photos that showed he had followed and was watching one of the men Lauren had been caught with. Paul also had screenshots of a GPS tracking unit near Audie's house, and his internet search history included multiple instances of him looking up Lauren DeWise and Audie, as well as How Should I Have Picked Up My Dentist Receptionist, 20 Ways to Make Your Wife Fall in Love with You, Monksbane, and Revenge Laws. Once Lauren had moved out, those around her revealed what she told them about hers and Paul's relationship.
Audie came up to me afterwards and said, "Can we talk?" I said, "Sure." And she started talking about this friend of hers that's been getting beat for the last 10 years. And I gave her my advice from the restraining order standpoint and all this other stuff. And finally she looks at me and says, "It's Lauren. Paul's been beating her for the last 10 years. After the realization, you start realizing, oh, that's why Lauren came in a number of weeks ago and her arm looked like it was broken because she couldn't even use it because bastard punched her so hard."
She came in and she had visible bruises on her arm, like very visible bruises, and I had a very personal conversation with Lauren. I was like, "Look, Lauren, those look like hand marks. They look like hand marks." And she's like, "Oh, no. I was going out to my backyard and I had tripped over the patio or some barrier and hit a sprinkler."
Oh, that was a black eye. It wasn't that she fell or whatever she said she did.
One of Paul and Lauren's neighbors claimed to have witnessed an incident that occurred before Lauren moved out.
As I pulled home, I was looked through the door, and he's yelling at her. She's on the couch crying, and the pull-out couch. He probably kicked her out of the bedroom. And
Lauren was on the couch?
Lauren was on the couch. She's crying. He's yelling at her. And then I was in my room, and I'm kind of looking out through the window, and I can see him, and he's folding the couch onto her.
Okay, so it was pulled out?
Yeah, it was pulled out, and he's folding it back in and just beating her, basically beating her with it.
Earlier in his interview, Paul had discussed Lauren's allegations.
When she separated, she was screwing around with me, and she decided to make it look like I was a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that I was abusive, and she even told Natalie, I was abusive. We're always there together. It's not, she told Natalie I threw knives at her. I've never thrown a knife at anybody.
Okay. And then he just threw his knife.
Okay. I thought that I wouldn't use the knife on him to defend myself. Okay. And that was a judgment mistake that he made.
But I've never witnessed that. I've never been around when that has ever happened.
Despite these denials, Paul's own recordings reveal a far more turbulent reality hidden behind the closed door of the DeWise home.
And I will always remember this day, and I will always remember what you did to us.
To you?
Yeah. You destroyed her family.
I destroyed her family?
Yeah.
You did.
Who hit me?
You! You!
Who hit me? You started.
That's easy to say, isn't it? That is easy to blame. That is easy. Easy!
It's my fault being vulnerable because he hit me and I couldn't stand it and I couldn't handle it.
Right.
So I suffered for it.
Right. But did you do anything?
No, I didn't, because once you get hit for so many times, once you experience that, you experience being hit for so many times that you feel like you're a piece of and you feel like you are just a piece of you can be hit so many times and you give in and you give in and you give in.
No, because you are, because you made me feel that.
But I have a bruise on my arm that will never go away. I have bruises on my arm right now that will never go away. Did you see?
Though he likely didn't intend to, Paul recorded himself responding to these allegations.
And then she hurt me, and I retaliated physically because my emotions and my words, my true feelings, didn't mean to her.
You took an alarm clock, you threw it at my face, and you hit me in the eye. You threw glasses at me. You've choked me in the bathtub. You beat the out of me when I was pregnant with baby. I was 5 months pregnant with her. But if it wasn't who you are and the fact that you hate who I am, it wouldn't come out because I've been drunk and I've never, ever hurt you and I've never hurt anyone. You do not like me. No, you don't. You've always wanted to change who I am. So true. From the fact that I stick out my tongue when I eat to the way I dress now.
This isn't the only time these recordings would catch far more than Paul anticipated. However, future revelations would be even more damning. The turbulence of their marriage persisted during their separation, with Paul continuing to record most of their interactions.
And we should have got a divorce. You should have just stood up for yourself, and you should have divorced me then. And we would be having this conversation now. You've always been against me, and I'll be glad to get rid of you.
Despite this statement, Paul wrote Lauren a long letter apologizing and telling her that he needs, quote, the Lauren of my dreams. He also bombarded her with texts such as, I'm crazy now, great job, you are killing me, and you have pushed me over the edge. Unfortunately, no one knew how true this statement was, or just how close Paul was to going over the edge.
You want a divorce. That's what you want, Lauren. I know you.
A big part of me does.
I know that. What's stopping you?
Loyalty.
Loyalty to me?
Yeah, and to the kids. And I love our family. That's what's stopping me.
I'm sorry that I ever said anything to you. Like, I said, I'll ruin your job. Well, I was angry. I was upset.
We won't get a divorce. I'll try. I'll try again. I'll try again. I hate you, but I love you.
Perhaps it was this hope that Lauren would eventually try again, which kept the full magnitude of Paul's rage in check.
It seemed like we were getting better. I mean, literally, she was excited
having
about
that
Christmas.
separation was kind of working.
It seemed like it. I mean, she would tell me, she might come back, but not right now. She's not ready.
Though Lauren would occasionally take baby to stay overnight with her at Audie's, she only returned to the house she once shared with Paul and the kids for brief visits over Christmas.
It's an activity book. It has stickers and it comes with a pen and you can flip through the pages.
That's wonderful. What a wonderful gift from that mommy.
However, soon after Christmas, something changed, with it all coming to a head on their daughter's birthday on January 4th, just 2 days before Lauren's death.
She was upset at me because I was like, why don't you just come back, And she's like, well, we're going to talk about it Sunday. And I'm like, is it bad news? I mean, why don't you just tell me now, She's like, I'm not coming back. I'm like, you're not coming back? And she's like, not right now.
Though he doesn't admit it, his children reveal that what Lauren actually said was far more unsettling for Paul.
She's like, it's never good enough for you, okay? I'm never coming back. Stops. Just stopped right there.
She's saying that I'll never come back and, I'm gonna have my new life and I'm gonna be successful. And
my dad was just like, will you please come back? She's like, no. And she left.
But she's like, I don't need anything from you.
It seems that Lauren had made a plan, one that finally tipped Paul over the edge.
She had finally said on Thursday, I'm done, I'm calling. So we were going to go see a divorce attorney together. I told her I would go with her this week.
For Paul, it was more than a relationship ending, but an obsession turning deadly. Yet to detectives, Paul insists that he had come to terms with Lauren's plans to move on.
Well, I was starting to accept the fact that we were splitting up. That's what happened. I started accepting it. I was like, okay, this is the way it is, you know.
Though the detectives know there is almost certainly more to the story, Paul has had enough.
I feel like you guys are holding me hostage. You got my kids hostage, and I am stuck here because I don't know where my kids are, and you won't tell me, and I don't appreciate it. I wish you would not do that.
I understand that. Like I said, you are not under arrest, and you're free to go.
Paul's informed that the investigators will be conducting a forensic search of his house and car, and his children would not be returned to him yet. Instead, they would stay in the temporary custody of Child and Family Services.
Let me ask you this
So
question.
it's not
You just said, I know you guys think my dad killed my mom.
Like, it's
What do you
not, it's
think?
obvious. No, he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it.
With his alibi being backed up by both Joe and Natalie, Paul was released and his phone returned to him. Following his interrogation, Paul texted Joe, writing, "We all really need to talk when you come home. Something bad happened and the police think I did it. I didn't do it." Joe replied, "What? That's crazy. You would never." At the University of Colorado Medical Center, Ashley was fighting for her life. She had 2 gunshot wounds to her back, one a grazing wound and the other lodged in her chest cavity. She also had a wound to her right elbow. Along with her other injuries, Ashley had a gunshot wound to the back of her head, and the bullet lodged in her brain. She had also sustained a through-and-through perforating gunshot wound to her right shoulder, and it was believed that the bullet was lodged in her carotid. Surgeons surmised that if the bullet had not miraculously acted as a plug, Ashley would have died from exsanguination prior to Audie finding her. With so many devastating injuries, it was unclear if she would survive.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a long recovery ahead of her at least.
It wasn't long before investigators once again contacted Paul.
Hello.
Hey, Paul. How are you? Hanging in there?
Best I can.
Yeah, hanging in there.
So have you guys come up with anything besides me at this point, or am I still
No, you can just come down. I just want to visit with you. And
no, I'm saying, have you come up with any suspects besides me at this point, or am I still it?
well, we could talk about that when you come down.
My wife is gone.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are gone.
Mm-hmm.
My house is gone. My car is gone. I have no access to any resources, any of my belongings. I have nothing.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't. My wife wouldn't approve of any of that either. So I want to talk to a lawyer. I'm not helping the investigation because I didn't do anything. And you're just investigating me.
Following Paul's refusal, Joe was asked to come in for a second interview. This time he was joined by his biological mother. As it would turn out, Joe held the key to revealing the true extent of Paul's depravity.
Just tell the truth. Mom asked for something.
No matter what Joe claims, the investigators already know he hasn't been honest so far.
Joe, I'm going to tell you the truth. Your prints, your shoe prints, those boot prints, you and I both know the boot prints. They're at both places.
Boot prints found outside Audie's house matched prints found at Paul's house exactly. Investigators didn't find the boots they were looking for, but Paul's habit of documenting everything had already given them photos of Joe wearing boots that matched both sets of prints. They also matched photos of Paul's boots to a second pair of prints at Audie's.
I think you were involved. Come on, son.
Help me understand why you were there.
Under the mounting pressure, Joe finally cracks.
How long have you been planning it? You don't think he was planning it? Think he just did it out of the blue? Why that night?
At what may have been an indication of what was to come, Paul's Netflix showed that on the evening of January 6th, 4 episodes of the show Murderous Affairs had been watched. Though this may not have helped his mental state, it seems messages exchanged between Paul and Lauren were the final tipping point. Paul texted Lauren asking, "Are we still meeting tomorrow?" And she replied, "What for?" Paul wrote back, "Do you still want to go to church with us tomorrow? Let me know whenever. I love you more than words can express. I love you so much and will do anything to help you."
Was he extra hurt that night? just sitting in his chair, silent and usual.
After a few more messages from Paul, Lauren finally replied at 10:58 p.m. "No thank you, I would not like to go." This message may have been the final straw for Paul and the catalyst which brought him to the conclusion of his murderous downward spiral.
He says, he's going, come with me now. I said, where do we go? He's like, don't need to. I said, where do we go? He's like, get in the car. Why? He's like, get in the car.
Joe says Paul told him to leave his phone at home and that he got a bad feeling when he realized they were approaching Audie's house. According to Lauren's friends, she had shared her fear that Paul may one day crack.
He told her that if she did ever leave him, he will kill her. And that was one thing she confided into me, that she was really scared for her life, that if she did leave, he was going to kill her.
He threatened her constantly when they were married. He has held a gun to her. He has threatened to kill her. He has said, I know why men kill their wives.
In a twist Paul likely never saw coming, while recording his conversations with Lauren, he'd accidentally captured the evidence of some of these threats himself.
Because you're such a lying piece of... I'm going to kill you. And die.
Are you serious?
Because I'm going to do it. And you know what? I'm going to end your mother. That's what's going to happen. I'm too old to start over.
In text to a friend, Paul also wrote, "This is the hardest thing I've ever experienced, and I've killed many people." In messages to Lauren, he wrote, "I'm a killer man. I love to kill." Audie said that on the night of her death, Lauren had made a comment to her.
And she had actually said something to me like, I'm just so happy here. I feel safer than I've felt in years.
Lauren couldn't have known that Paul was on his way to end her life. When they arrived at Audie's house, Paul told Joe, "As long as you do what I say, you'll be fine. You'll be okay." Paul put on a mask and gloves and gave Joe a mask and gloves to wear.
What did he say? He said, follow me. Okay. Yeah, I said no. You said no? I said no. And he said, now, do it now. He said, do it now. And I knew I had to. You knew you had to go. Okay. So you're walking up to the house. And then what? Is he carrying anything? What's he carrying? He's carrying, I don't know what, but it's like this. He's carrying a pistol? Yeah.
I'm not completely unstable. Yeah, I'm dangerous. I'm not dangerous. And anybody around you, just because they're around you, I'll kill them too.
Paul made Joe walk in front of him as they went through the backyard. He then kicked in the back door, pushed Joe inside, and began searching rooms. Audie later reported that she'd found her bedroom door open after leaving it closed, indicating that whoever had been in the home was looking for her.
What do you know about Audrey?
I know that I don't like her.
Yeah.
I know that she's a bad influence.
No, you did the right thing.
Me. If I had been home last night.
Joe tells the detective that he waited downstairs while Paul went up to the bedrooms.
Could you hear him? Yes. What'd you hear?
When Paul entered Lauren's room, Joe heard her gasp, and then Paul shot her multiple times.
I just need you to love me. I need love desperately. I've never been like this. I need you to love me. I need you to touch me. I need you to put your hand on me. I need you to tell me it's going to be okay. That's all I need.
Don't you
I
understand?
don't. I want to be married to you forever.
Yeah, but you want to kill me too.
Because you hurt me so bad,
Yeah,
and
but-
I love you so much.
What the hell is wrong with you? He said, go. Get in the car.
An autopsy determined that Lauren had 4 bullet wounds, 1 in the head, 1 in the shoulder, which then penetrated her right cheek, and 2 in the chest. Police noted there was gunpowder surrounding the wound to her right temple.
I was going to try and stop him. I couldn't stop. You couldn't stop him. I was afraid. I'm so bad. You're afraid for your dad? My sister. Your sisters.
Following the shooting, Paul then drove to the town pump and bought beer. This means that the image of him in the store captures the exact moments after he killed Lauren and shot Ashley. Paul then texted Lauren at 1:02 a.m. writing, "Please give us another chance," and again at 2:52 a.m., "Please, please, please come home. I miss you and love you so much." All of these messages were sent after he had killed her. Once they were home, Paul ordered Joe to give him his boots, put all his clothing in the washing machine, and to take a shower. He then left, taking Joe's boots with him. When he returned, Paul told Joe not to incriminate him because you don't want to find out the consequences of that. It was determined that though Paul had forced Joe to join him, he was not involved in any way.
I couldn't turn against him. You couldn't turn against him? If I turned against him, he would lose. He completely confided in you. If you turned against him, that was it.
As for the story Joe and Natalie had told detectives earlier, Paul had instructed both of his children on what to say.
I know he talked to her because she's saying the same thing I am.
On the night of January 6th, Paul woke Natalie up and told her that he had killed Lauren and needed her cooperation. Natalie later testified to an unhealthy relationship with Paul because he had complete control over her decisions and her opinions and had instilled fear into her. On January 11th, 2018, 5 days after Lauren and Ashley were shot, Paul DeWise was arrested.
And being held on charge of deliberate homicide for $1 million.
Miraculously, Ashley survived, though she suffered a stroke and is still dealing with the physical aftermath of her injuries. She has had to learn to live with only the use of her right arm, as she can no longer use her left. Paul has maintained his innocence, saying he was falsely accused. He eventually pled not guilty to 2 counts of deliberate homicide. Natalie and Joe returned to live with their mom, while their 4-year-old sister lives with Lauren's mom. Following his arrest, Natalie received a jail call from Paul. According to official documents, he asked her to convince Joe to turn himself in and confess to shooting Lauren and Ashley because Joe, quote, would only be in jail for a little while, and then he would get back out and life would be normal. Despite this last attempt to get away with murder, Paul DeWise was found guilty of the deliberate homicide of Lauren DeWise and guilty of the attempt to commit the deliberate homicide of Ashley Van Hamert. For both counts 1 and 2, he was sentenced to 100 years each. For both counts, Paul received an additional 10 years for the use of a firearm or dangerous weapon, resulting in a total sentence of 220 years in a Montana state prison.